Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spyro 3 versus Spyro 3, but it's not really Spyro 3 versus Spyro 3. Have I said Spyro 3 enough times? I think I've said it enough times. This is a very special race, I believe a one-of-a-kind, never seen on, I guess, on this side of the planet, outside of a marathon run from Australia last year. It's Spyro 3 versus the Reignited trilogy. It is old school versus new school. My name is Toronite. I will be running Spyro 3 any percent on the Reignited PC trilogy that came out a little under a decade ago. And I have with me my race opponent, Dereklander, who's going to be running the OG PlayStation 1 version of Spyro 3. And we have two wonderful, wonderful people on our couch. If you want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm 8VA. I mostly run Spyro 1, but I love Spyro 3. I have run the 100 egg category.
Hello, I'm Wed. I am a long seasoned runner in both these games at one given point. Mostly focus on the original game at this point, though.
Yeah, so before we get into it, we do have a winner, or I guess technically winners for our Choose Spyro's Color, and I believe the top two were green and pink. I made the executive decision that I'm going to be Pink Spyro, and Derek is going to be Green Spyro.
It's my favorite color.
Yeah, and yeah, can we give a shout out to Green Spyro and Pink Spyro?
Green, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Derek, if you want to start your games, because we kind of have a little bit of it. So main deal with Spyro 3 is collect 100 eggs. The category that Derek is going to be running is aptly called 100 egg. Reignite is going to be going through any percent, because any percent does not have a sort of way to bypass the 100 egg requirement to beat the to get to the sorceress early, and so it's just going to be called any percent. But for all intents and purposes, it's the same category, same objective. You're going to see a lot of really cool stuff in both versions of the games, and so I'm already Pink Spyro, and Derek is going to input the code for Green
This is
Spyro.
the hardest part of the run. I never do this.
And don't worry, if you're missing default purple Spyro, in the original version of the game, he goes to his default purple color in the load screens anyway.
Fair.
All right, so with that being said, I'm ready. It took me forever, sorry. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. And,
Do we want to get a countdown?
Absolutely.
Yep.
You want to do 5?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And already, 100 eggs, hard to find them. We already got one of them. So Reignited, let's start off with this little mechanic, which is a wall glide, which is going to be our main bread and butter to sequence break a lot of things, including this trick that we're about to do called Amy Skip. And if I can just get the timing just right. We're staying on topic here, and boom, we already got our second egg that normally takes about 30 extra seconds to do it. And now, real quick, we're going to Sunnyville, and Derek's going to introduce, there we go, our first proxy of the game.
Very cool.
So, talking about proxies here, that's going to be like the main bread and butter here in OG Spyro 3. The main focus of what you're going to be doing with it is Spyro has like a weird active/inactive hitbox, and you're going to abuse the properties that change it when you're charging or gliding or what have you not. You're just fitting yourself inside of a semi-solid hitbox and changing your state and manipulating which direction you want to go as fast as you possibly can. So ideally, most of the time, you're trying to get vertical height. We at least got to see the really important one in the run there.
Yes.
So, you'll see plenty more of them, so.
Yeah, so the thing about proxies, okay, I get like the swag one. That saves no time. But the thing about proxies is it's also based on the enemy's like hitbox. So those Rhinox, they look big, but their like hitbox is like funky. It was kind of jacked. So it's really small in hindsight.
So right here, Derek's going to be going for a very new tech. We've started adding like pause buffer strategies to Spyro 3 lately. Let's see if he gets it. That looks good.
Yes!
Well, let's go.
Double pause. Okay.
That is a double frame perfect trick.
Woo! So yeah, that saves a ton of time because now I can do Sheila really early and I don't have to do the hard trick. The thing about portals in OG is all of them are stored underneath where they belong. So when you unlock the portal, the game code just says, oh, change the y-axis to like the normal value. So all these levels we can access underneath. So we get to Sheila despite not paying money bags. He is going broke, hopefully throughout this run. If I don't pay him at all, it's a good run. If I pay him once, it's a bad run. So
yeah, the big difference with, especially the rounding with Reignited and OG, is that top runners in 100 egg, they will never need to collect a single gem in the entire run. For Reignited, we don't have that luxury. We have to pay money back, and we have to collect at a total of 2,300 gems. We're really focusing on getting just the first 2,000. The last 300, I cannot state how free those 300 gems are.
Yeah, it's interesting the differences between these two versions of the game, because at some points you will see them do collect eggs exactly the same way, but maybe at different points. The routing is slightly different between the two versions of the game, and so we'll do our best, the four of us, to point those out as best we can.
As Toro mentioned there, because of how much more important gems are in Reignited Trilogy, there's going to be a lot of executive decisions in the run that focus on also getting more gems, which just kind of makes some eggs a little bit more convenient while they aren't really in OG because you don't need gems.
So here I'm finishing up Sheila. Sheila's the kangaroo. The thing about Spyro 3 for both games, they have a lot of playable characters. So Spyro is like the majority of the game, the bread and butter, we love him. But then we have Sheila the kangaroo, we got Sergeant Bird, we got Bentley, we got Agent 9. They all have unique gameplay mechanics, so you're gonna see a ton of weird tech with them. Especially Agent 9, be on the lookout for that. So now I'm heading over to Cloud Spires. How's your run going, Toronite?
It's been going very well. One of the things about this game for sure is the fact that, as you may have noticed in the last level that I was, Cloud Spires, we basically kind of did the level in sort of reverse order, which is a really common theme with both of our runs because of the way a lot of these levels in Spyro 3 are designed. They're kind of designed in a bit of a circuit-like circle shape in the sense of the end of the level egg, which is what is needed to basically dictate, hey, the level is deemed as beaten. They're right next to the very start, and usually there's some sort of obstacle that prevents us from just getting that egg from the very beginning. However, Derek and I, in our respective games, you'll see that we're just going to be able to access a lot of these eggs from the very beginning, and the whole meat and potatoes of the whole run is just trying to find all the extra eggs that are fastest in order to get to 100 eggs.
So coming up here on Toro's end is going to be a pretty... Actually, no, you do it after Seashell, don't you? When do you enter the Speedway?
Oh, I enter the Speedway after this one. However, Seashell is a bit of a notable level.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a bit of a notable level because of this trick that I have coming up. Because we're gonna do a big out-of-bounds sequence breaking that lets us get into the Sheila section, which is one of the side characters we can play as. But it involves a well-timed damage abuse and a jump. So we just gotta get squished here, and presto, we are out of the... We're just so out of bounds, and it lets us be able to get to Sheila early. We still have to actually play the level that Sheila is in, but this gets us 2 relatively quick eggs that we normally wouldn't otherwise, because we have to unlock Sheila by beating her level, and that is a level of rerouting that none of us actually want to endure.
Yeah, so earlier I said, let's go or something, like very under my breath. I kind of interrupted Toronite. I just went for a trick called Fluffy Flame a few seconds ago, where it saves 2 seconds, and if you miss it, you soft lock the game. I got it though, and none of you guys noticed, so I didn't soft lock, obviously. So we're pretty fine with that.
Speaking of soft locking the game, the egg mission that Toronite is currently doing is actually the 101st fastest egg that you can do in the OG 100 egg category. And on the OG 100 egg category, it has potential to crash the game. So we're lucky that Derek isn't doing that right now.
I'm too fast. I only do the optimal ones.
The optimal soft locks?
Yeah. Speaking of proxies, so we went over like enemy proxies where I get stuck in their hitbox and then I get like a ton of height. We have an animation proxy coming up, which is basically a standard proxy, but way more jank. So we're gonna have this mammoth coming up, and Wed, you want to explain it?
Yeah, what we're going to be doing here, I mentioned before, didn't really go too into detail about like what specific things you can proxy off of. Usually, you're going to be proxying off of corpses of enemies, or maybe like a small space that you can fit yourself into. Here, in this case, you're actually proxying off of the puff-up animation that the boar has.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. It's very unique.
Yeah, it at least has like a pretty consistent setup, but it can be very easy to just kind of get in your own head and screw it up over and over again.
Yeah, and that's really good because that saves 300 gems from paying money bags. So now that I've done the 2 like money bag skips, I shouldn't have to pay for the rest of this run. So if you remember what I said, that means that this is currently a good run.
Hey, Derek, can you stop playing so well?
Because you play better. I think that's the real question.
I can do that.
While you two duke it out, can I come in here? We've got so many donations from people hyping you up. I would love to feed you some love while you play better.
I'm at a slow point. What about you, Toronite?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I have $70 here from Valita the Dragon, who says, good luck to both Toro and Derek on this awesome OG versus remaster race. You got this. Love from all the PlayStation runners.
Thank you.
I also have $50 here from Zachary, who says, the Spyro series is hugely important to me, and Year of the Dragon has always been my favorite. Thanks to all the runners, staff, and community. Go MSF and go GDQ. And if I can squeeze one more in here,
do it.
$50 from Pinecone606, who says, best of luck to Toronite and Dereklander in this exciting race. Toronite, the whole PTCG speedrunning crew has your back for this one. We're so proud of you for getting this game onto the main stage in this unique format. Have fun and watch out for Flying Pikachu.
I thought I told him not to read those donations. No, I'm kidding. No, we love the support. We love Spyro. The Spyro community, I won't gush about too much during the run, but
I will.
Great community. Love you guys, especially everyone who's in person watching this run at like a later time. Thank you guys so much. So now we see a big difference. Toronite's doing a speedway to get gems and to hopefully, it's just gems, right?
Gems
you get
and
2 eggs.
Oh, you get 2 eggs, nice. In OG, speedways are like obscenely slow. You will never see me enter one.
Yeah, over here with this next egg for Toro, blink and you'll miss it. If it all goes well, it can be pretty difficult.
And there we go. Those first 3 were the hard ones.
And there we go.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was textbook.
That was good.
And so now comes one of the big advantages Reignite has over OG. It's the fact that we have fast travel unlocked from the very beginning of the run, as opposed to OG, where that's like a post-game reward.
Yeah, so in Spyro 3, you do certain Sparks levels, and as your reward, you get like different abilities. And the last one is Atlas Warping, which I'm not doing a Sparks level because it's really slow. Because basically you have to do the boss fight, then go back to the previous homeward. I'm not doing that, so
Wouldn't it be funny if you did do it for this race, though?
Nah. I used to do full completion, but for 100 egg, nah.
Yeah, I'm sure we can do it right now.
Coming up, I have Bluto. This boss fight, the way I do it is really janky. I'm gonna like circle him. If I do it great, it's really fast. If I do it really bad, it'll be obvious. So we'll hope it goes well. That's already a kind of concerning start, but it's fine. Oh, it's a really concerning start. Uh-oh. I am in a terrible situation because those bombs are not going to be ready for me. And he's going to hit me. I think it's going bad, guys. Help. Help.
Yeah, no, Bluto and OG.
Oh my gosh.
Bluto and
So
OG
bad.
is super volatile.
Yeah. So preferably you go around him, then you get a refill, and then you get away with like green sparks. I got demolished. Like it was initially a bad turn, so I have to like get fodder.
Yeah, but you still got the egg.
That is true. I didn't completely biff it.
Listen, a dub is a dub is a dub is all I'm saying.
It was a plus 10-second dub. Oh man.
Maybe a dub for me?
For sure, for sure. So where are you up to, Toronite?
We are basically, I'm almost done with Sheila, with Hub 1 in its entirety. You'll kind of notice that Derek and I we may be at completely different levels. but we are, pace-wise, actually almost exactly tied. Because we are on our final 2 eggs of Hub 1 before we have to face our first boss of the run.
Then real quick, I wanted to shout out this $10 donation from Alara, who says, "Hey Toro, break a leg. I am so happy there is no spelling in this game. Lots of love from the Preventathon and Steel City Speedsters crews."
Nice. Did they say no spelling?
That is what they said.
You know, that makes sense, because on the sign-up form, you misspelled your name.
Wait, did I?
Wow.
I didn't, okay, I'm sorry, probably should not mention that.
No,
my apologies.
I have a very long history with
I think 150
spelling at a
people know.
second grade level in marathon runs with other games. That's all I'm gonna leave it at.
I mean, to help you, I do talk at a second grade level.
Let's see, it evens it out. That's why we work so well
Yeah.
together.
So right now we're entering Buzz. My Buzz is a gimme. Your Buzz is not a gimme.
Yeah, I have to actually try.
Well, I wouldn't say, I mean, I have to try too.
Well, I have to try more.
Okay, I don't disagree with that statement.
Yeah, so the way Buzz works is we have to just push Buzz into the lava. OG has a really fun little camera manipulation where you basically skip the cycle where he just buzzes around the entire arena, and it's essentially a free fight. For us, in Reignited, it's a bit of a different story.
Yeah, due to like design quirks of, you know, old era PlayStation or like 90s games, we got the whole object permanence thing where if it's off the screen, it's not happening. So if you just point Spyro away from Buzz right when he's supposed to have a flame wall, it just doesn't spawn.
God. Okay, I was holding
Tough work.
That was nerve-wracking. Very, very nerve-wracking. But yeah, as you can see from Toronite's side, he has like a flame attack. He's supposed to have it in OG, but like Wed said, I'm turning the camera, so the game's like, well, it's kind of unfair if we hit him and he can't see it. So just don't do it.
Yeah, I took this Buzz very conservative because I've died at Buzz in past marathon runs before, and I made it a mission to not die at any of the bosses in this run. So we're already done. Yeah, you kind of notice we're basically at the exact same point despite us taking completely different routes in terms of the order of the levels and the different glitches left and right. Speaking of...
Well, the route changes are going to persist here because we got a trick here that can only be done in the original, which is a swim in air right here off this bridge.
I am in a weird position. Oh my lord, what is going on?
It's a little finicky.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay, nice. So yeah, that trick is like really finicky and weird. Basically, you want to get 2 jumps to get Spyro to the edge of the bridge. So then he does that like bobbing motion, and then when he's at the top of his bob, you want to charge, and you can go through the terrain and just start swimming in air. I was messing it up a little bit. I was getting a little freaky with it, but it's fine. Then here we have another pseudo trick. I call it pseudo because it's not really that impressive, but there we go.
It's impressive to me, if that helps.
So that fireball, it panned the camera because I actually unlocked the level. I unlocked Enchanted Towers, but I grabbed the egg right afterwards, so I saved time not having to wait for another egg cutscene. And now we enter Sergeant Bird underneath the map. 3rd Moneybags payment skipped. Very nice.
Yeah. All right.
Money bags, more like broke bags. You ain't getting none of my gems.
Well, all of that money, though taken away from Moneybags, he does deserve it, and it is winding up in the hands of Doctors Without Borders. We have almost hit $3,000 out of $15K on that Fight Rattlehag incentive, y'all. You are crushing it. Keep up the good work. And also, if you are mystified going back and forth between OG and Remake and routes and reroutes, I wanted to remind everyone, you can donate as you are watching on Twitch through our Twitch charity tool and our Twitch extension. You can donate right on the page where the sub button typically is, and then activate our extension in order to be able to tie that to incentives like Fight Rattlehag.
For sure, for sure. I'm at a really slow point. I don't know about you, Toronite. I could actually go for some donations.
Absolutely.
Oh, the donations, they are aplenty, like this $10 from Ad129 who says, "Hey, Derek and Toro, y'all are absolutely amazing, and it's a pleasure to call y'all my friends. Derek, thank you for being a massive supporter of me, and Toro, it's always a pleasure to hang out with you at every GDQ. Less than 3. Thank you so much. Also, a bunch of Spyro love coming in general. $25 from Rachel B, who says, lifelong Spyro fan. Year of the Dragon is my childhood favorite. Can't wait for this run. Thrilled, as always, to support MSF. And very succinctly, $50 from Dragonista, who says, as someone born in the year of the dragon, I felt compelled to donate.
Hey. All right, here I'm gonna go for a Croc proxy. This one's kind of gimmicky because it goes back to the enemy proxies, but he's like a rectangle on the ground, so this guy kind of sucks. But I got it, nice.
Oh. Derek, you're way too good.
And not only that, but we're gonna get some swag, hopefully. We got the swag. Have you guys ever seen a dragon hatch an egg? Woo! But we're not done yet. This level is just Trick City, because I'm gonna get this egg, and then I'm gonna go for another Croc proxy, and if I hit it, it's gonna be the task route. Ooh. Surely. Oh, I missed it.
Oh.
Don't look.
There's actually a nice little thing on Toro's end that can't really be done in the original game. All of these explosive enemies in Ice Peak, all these weasels can actually break open the ice walls, which is not something that can be done in the original game. Very convenient to help skip going to a cannon at the start of the level.
For sure.
And as you'll kind of notice, what I'm about to do is basically use part of the cannon to get on top of a ledge that normally would not be reachable otherwise, but if I can just get this, there we go, perfect. Main arts get first try, let's go. You're actually gonna see Derek, depending on how the start of Icy Peak works, you're gonna see Derek potentially do something very, very similar, which again goes to show that like, even with all the differences in the mechanics and the movement engine, there are still a lot of things that are essentially
Oh, here comes this.
very similar to their original counterpart.
Okay, so that was a squeeze proxy. So we've seen enemy proxies, we've seen animation proxies with the board. That's a squeeze proxy. Basically, if you get Spyro kind of in between two objects, especially one that's like barely moving, the game freaks out. It's like, whoa, what are you doing in there? Get out. So how do you get Spyro out? You proxy him. You give him a ton of height, which I used to get that egg very early, which is nice. Oh my, what? My apologies. I'm not supposed to swim there. I wanted to, okay, this is kind of rough actually. Oh my God. He's got my number. What can I say?
I bet you really regret telling Toro to play better like 5 minutes ago, huh?
You know, I've played fine. Okay, here's a really cool trick, if I get it. Oh my gosh, I'm getting rinsed in this bamboo terrorist. There we go. Okay, so that's a very easy swimming area. You just swim to the edge of the platform and you can kind of clip the top of the water plane and then you can get Pee-wee. Pee-wee's actually a thief egg, but since the thief isn't spawned in, they have to store it somewhere. So they were like, well, if we put it underneath the bridge, they ain't gonna find it.
Well, to be fair,
I found it.
That's where the thief spawned.
That is true. That
a little bit above,
yeah,
or a little under there.
And all we had to do was press the square button.
Crazy. That was hard for me. That was a hard level. Usually that level was like 99 consistency.
One of the things and the other thing about that egg is that depending on where you swim, you could potentially soft lock the
True.
level.
Yeah, if I don't swim up high enough and I go like underneath the bridge more, like I just am impatient, I can soft lock there. Like the game just eats all my controls and Spyro just gets stranded. This level's like omega boring, but I also have to give you guys a crazy, crazy audio warning. I don't know whose audio you guys are playing. It might be mine, it might be Toro's. I'm gonna light some fireworks, to say the least. I'm gonna light these rockets, and they're gonna be as loud as fireworks. I'm not joking.
I mean, it was 4th of July yesterday?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
So late 4th of July, I guess. My audio is coming up soon. Be warned, like, I'm not joking. It is pretty rough.
The only redeeming factor about this is after the explosions go off, the NPC character goes, oops. And it's pretty great and pretty fitting.
Oops. It sounds so much worse with a headset on, because with speakers in the practice room, I was like, oh, that's not too bad. I put the headphones on, I was like, ooh! It's like, my goodness.
What's particularly funny is you can time up the explosions in just the right way, so the oops overlaps with the explosion.
All right, here I have Icy Peak. This level's insanely difficult for OG. I don't know about Reignited, because I don't know that game very well, I'm sorry. But for OG, this is like top 3 hardest levels.
I will say also, not only as top 3 hardest levels in OG, but I also want to point out, really make sure that we can hear the audio in Icy Peak for
Oh
one
yes,
particular
can we put it on my audio for Icy Peak? I have something very cool to show the crowd. Okay, so first I have to hit this jump. This jump's really tight. Like, this is not intended. This is like very jank. Oh, and that's gonna be tight.
That should be good.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
Nice. That was tight. That was tight. Okay, get ready for my audio. This is gonna be crazy. So first we're gonna get the first thief, and then the yellow thief. I don't feel like chasing him. So we're just gonna do one of these. I can't get him. I can't get him. What am I doing? What am I doing? The egg's blocking it. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you get too close to him, the egg is like a shield. So I'm happy I showed off the audio, but I was a little too close.
Listen, you showed off Icy Peak jump. That already is a successful marathon run.
It's a tight jump.
Yeah.
But
Honestly, I don't think it's even the hardest jump in the level.
No.
So-
you know what? I don't know if I agree with that, but the back half of Icy Peak for OG, oh my gosh.
Oh, and if people were paying attention over on Toro's end, he just skipped right to the end of Bamboo Terrace there.
What?
Got a nice wall glide that you can use just to go straight to the end of the level.
Yep. I will definitely need a little bit of quiet for the next 5 seconds.
All right, hopefully I hit this jump.
There we go. All right, we're
Nice,
good.
nice.
Yeah, that is basically a leap of faith egg can literally only be done blind because the way the thief works is that it works like kind of like it's a circle. So when you enter that circle, that's when it triggers the thief to move. But we can basically bait the thief into landing on the bridge way later than intended, and we can just get that egg.
For sure, for sure. Now I'm heading over to the next boss fight. This guy's called Spike. Now, this game has adaptive difficulty. It was programmed really well. You guys might even know about the anti-piracy in this game. Very notorious. With adaptive difficulty, basically they have certain eggs and certain hidden values to be like, hey, this guy's good. Give him a challenge. I'm really good at this game, so this game hates me. So Spike is like, he has like double the health and he is omega aggressive. So there's gonna be a time where like I'm gonna hit him with these balls and then, oh, he's gonna just, okay, buddy, nice. Oh, not again.
See, Reignite is a homie because we are always set to the easy difficulty.
That was insanely unfortunate. Both balls spawn, 1, 2, gone. So yeah, he has like multiple phases. Once I get past this rock phase, he's gonna like turn up the jets. He is like not happy.
Real quick about Derek's version of the game. He's playing on the 1.0 version of the game. The 1.1 version of Spyro 3 just has a cutscene that plays before Spike, but 1.0 just skips it entirely. So that saves a little bit of RTA time as well.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 big version differences. One is like an anti-soft lock mechanism in the speedways. There's some audio that just doesn't, some music that doesn't exist in the 1.0 copy. There's some collision in Evening Lake that is different for whatever reason.
Creds, dude, that Spike was really nice other than the first phase where he had those 2 perfect snipes. Other than that, he didn't give me as much trouble as I thought he would.
Yeah,
So now I'm coming up to my run's hardest trick in terms of like what we do, not like past shenanigans.
I don't know why I was thinking you were following the same level order that I did. No, you are going. Yeah, you are going.
So
for the
I
hardest
am
trick.
going for Firefly proxy. It is an enemy proxy. Now, remember what I told you guys, where the enemies, it's based on their hitbox? I'm basically trying to proxy off an ant. And not just any ant, an ant that likes to run away from me. He has random RNG movement, and it's awesome. So I'm gonna give it like 2 to 3 tries. It saves 40 seconds, by the way. So hopefully I hit it. I probably won't. It's like insane difficulty. I did stockpile lives though, so I'll give it like 2 more tries, and then we'll probably go through the level.
You got this.
Oh, that's not happening. See, you see how he delayed there? He like saw me and he was like, I'm gonna wait, then I'm gonna get, like, I need him to go instantly. he did. Oh,
Those
nice, nice.
That's the most unfortunate one.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate one where you get the one where he's like, you know what? I ain't moving. I'm not scared of you. So I didn't get it. 2 of those tries, I don't think I had a chance. The first one I did, and I choked. So partially my fault. So we just gotta go through the level.
While we go through the level, can I offer some words of consolation?
Yes, please.
I have
need it.
$10 here from Kongman21, who says, Toro getting all the support, but I'm here for Team Dereklander. He is my GOAT, and I hope he wins. Just don't tell Toro. I'm so sorry, Kongman. But in lighter news, we have crossed $3,100 for that Fight Rattle Hag incentive. We are making steady progress and almost at $120,000 total raised so far this marathon. Y'all are crushing it. Thank you so much.
This trick is so hard. Oh my gosh. No! Uh-oh.
Oh,
he didn't move. He didn't move.
Still there.
He didn't move. I didn't get a good one. Nice!
Let's go.
Okay, that is extremely difficult.
We'll take a second try.
We will sadly take a second try. So basically, yeah, you're supposed to go through this side section. It's got a ton of ninjas. That's like this whole level's gimmick. The first enemy throws a bomb. So you saw at the beginning of that section, I like kind of manipulated it so he'd stop where I wanted him to. I stand in a very specific location, have him throw a bomb, and then I need to specifically get hit by the bomb in a way that sends me back and up. All of that's really complex. It's really hard. It's, second try will take it. It saves a lot of time.
Now, if you all like that trick, I'm actually going to do it again in the next 45 seconds.
Yeah. So here I have Agent 9. Agent 9 has a cool mechanic called zigzagging, where you hold one of the strafe buttons and you spam the other one, and you just get more speed than you're meant to. Oh, wow, that was crazy. Remember when I said you get too much speed? Yeah. So you hold one strafe button, so in my case, I'm holding L1, and I'm just spamming R1, and because of that, I get a ton of speed. Like, it's exponential. So if you get too much speed, you can actually start getting, like, negative values, which is no bueno.
Yeah.
Oh, my lord.
Yeah, if you ever notice that he starts like moving backwards, that's actually him hitting an overflow value for the speed and going back.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was.
That was really good.
You want to know what else is really good? Me hitting my bomb boost.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, what am I doing? I'm just done, right? Wait.
Yeah, are you sure you don't want to do Double Dragon?
No, I'm good. So that's one of the levels where if you hit Firefly Proxy, you do a like slightly different route. In my PB attempts on twitch.tv Dereklander, sorry, I actually would reset if I don't get Firefly, so I had to think for a second. I was like, wait, uh-oh, am I leaving early? Speaking of gimmick things, I'm trying to change my controller. Get in there, thank you. I'm actually changing my controller because there's a trick here called Zombie where I want to leave the level and die on the same frame. And it's really easy to tell if you have vibration enabled. Oh, nice. I got that. Cool. So I'm going to do this level. I'm going to get 2 eggs, and then I'm going to die and pause on the exact frame I'm expected to die. It's very hard. Hard as in, it's still frame perfect, but you can pause buffer it a little bit if you're, really good. I'm almost good, so we'll see how it goes. So while we're coming up to that, what about you, Toronite? You got anything crazy?
I'm in Charmed Rich right now, which is just a collection of a bunch of mini tricks that just sequence breaks the entire game. Starting off with this one wall glide that basically bypasses having to pay money bags, about 800 gems, which if you look at my gem count, I actually don't even have that much.
Whoa!
And able to do that, no problem.
All right, so I am up to Zombie, frame perfect pause. Surely I'll get it. Uh-oh, that's a...
One more frame.
I didn't say it. So yeah, it's very hard, especially because I'm playing on an old school controller, so pause buffering is... You gotta be kidding me.
One more frame.
Okay,
there you go.
Nice. All right, so why did I do Zombie? Why did I waste so much time death abusing and getting on the same frame? Well, the game basically thinks I'm dead, so Dead Spyro can just do this, which is really nice and really convenient.
Yeah, but it's not convenient enough that we want to keep it. So
That is true. He needs to go away again. Yeah. Do you want to explain Zombie real quick, Wed?
Yeah, I can. So right when you exit the level at the same time as you're about to die, the game recognizes that your damage value, your death value is at, or your health is at 0. But it hasn't done the check yet to like lower your life count or fade out or anything like that. So at this point, the game perceives you as dead. For whatever reason during this state, you're not able to change Spyro's state between swimming and standing values, which causes you to be able to just swim right through a trigger. Or if you're on land, you just jump right through the water trigger into a giant chasm that you can't get out of.
Yeah, very cool.
But it's also like very unhelpful in terms of like cutscenes that happen or like times that the game tries to teleport you over somewhere else. They just don't work anymore because you're in zombie mode. A bunch of like triggers like that are just awkward or weird, don't work right. So it's preferable to get rid of the state as fast as you can.
And it's very useful in that moment because as soon as I like die, since I'm swimming and Zoe zaps me, she's like, oh, you should still be swimming. So I could just swim to the other eggs and avoid like the whole platforming challenge. I'm in Bentley. He's really slow. And he only has like 2 attacks, which is spinning and smashing. So I spin those guys, I smash other things. I'm good for donations. What about you, Toronite?
Absolutely. This is a great time for donations because next level, honestly, for me, there's some neat stuff like sequence breaking and stuff, but I am going to need the next level after that to explain the crux of Reignited 3. So this is a great time for donations.
I first do want to say we are less than $800 from 120,000, which is the amount we have denied money bags just a few moments ago. So please make sure those gems go to a good place. I want to pop off for 120K. Helping us get there, we've got $5 from TJ saying, good luck, Derek and Toro. Sorry I couldn't be there in person, but I'm glad I met both of you back in January. Much love. As well, $25 from Desiree BLG. I always have to donate during a Spyro game as the franchise that got me into video games as an actual toddler. Seeing this race as both OG and remake at the same time is wild to say the least. Good luck to the runners and happy SGDQ.
For sure. Yeah, I resonate with that donation a lot. Played this game when I was like 4 years old. I don't think I ever beat it, but I was 4, so I've gone past that point now. And now I'm gonna go into Frozen Altars. It has another proxy. This proxy is like a mammoth. He's really jank, as in like he's not on the ground, like you hit him, and he's just a big circle barely above the ground. So it feels very weird, but if I get a good proxy, I'm gonna get a ton of height, and it's gonna be really cool, and everyone's gonna clap. And no one's gonna clap. That is unfortunate. I actually jumped like way too early. I was prepared for him to land sooner. He did not land. But you know what? I have so many lives, and this isn't like an intelligent move, but I think I might try it again.
You know, I think that, you know what? I agree. That you should try again.
Yep, because I could get this egg and death abuse, and then I could go for it again. And now if I miss it, it's double the time loss. So we're actually gonna wait for this guy to turn around just because it's like a setup I'm kind of used to. And I missed it again. Okay. Double the time loss, baby! So, yeah, happens. Oh, what a hitbox. Yeah, that definitely reached. It's fine, because my people... What? Okay, I'm getting cheated on, help.
So it's okay, you have the most fun mini game to go into.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so if this level wasn't already Time Lost City, because the mammoth's kind of weird, I'm doing Bentley boxing. The only strat at a high level is the high punch, because it's the quickest. And this Yeti can swing, so I just need him to like be nice, go in the corner, and then I'm gonna hopefully jab him a bunch of times.
The key thing that you're actually looking for here is for block breaks. You're looking to have Bentley punch directly through a block, which deals double damage. That was actually really good.
That was crazy.
39's really good. 39's really solid.
And he was aggressive in the beginning, too. He was ready to put him up. So, Toronite, how's your game doing?
All right, so I'm in Bentley. This is kind of a nothing burger. However, I typically like to, wow, what a jump from Bentley. I've never seen that before. So, Bentley serves for me always as the explanation stage for rocket storage. Reignited runners have now shuddered at the mere thought of rocket storage, but it is essentially the biggest trick of Reignited 3, and it's essentially what separates it from OG probably the most. The objective of rocket storage is that for the next fight, Scorch, Bentley will throw us two kinds of rockets. Red rockets, green rockets. They both do the exact same amount of damage, but they both have different properties. Red rockets, you get 50 rockets to shoot at him, and it shoots them like a Gatling gun. And green rockets just follow on, just basically home in, but you only get one. The objective here is to get Bentley to throw a green rocket at the exact same time, roughly, not precisely, but at roughly the same time as the final hit on Scorch. The reason why we need to do that is because if we are able to do so, we are able to try and collect that green rocket and take it to the next level. We store that rocket and can shoot infinite rockets in our green mouths, and that allows us to bypass a money back check where we have to pay 1,000 gems, and look at my gem count, it's 103. And I can't spell, but I can definitely count, and 103 is not 1,000. So, this trick is unbelievably difficult. It is pure RNG manipulation as well, because Bentley has 6 total rockets, 4 greens, 2 reds. And it's the total amount that he has internally as well as out on the field. So the name of the game is to try and get 2 red rockets out on the field as early as possible, and essentially try to avoid playing the numbers game, because 4 green rockets to 2, that means 66% chance it's going to be green. We want to try and get 1 red early to at least start the stun lock process. And hopefully Bentley as a homie, play the numbers? Okay, no, cool. That's fine. First rocket green is fine. You're also gonna get a bit of a counting game from me towards the end, because I have to count essentially to 9 from the last time Bentley threw. And okay, finally a red. And that's roughly when the Bentley will throw. When this trick was first discovered, everyone thought it was pure RNG when he was going to throw, and it was essentially just a Hail Mary pass. We have since then kind of developed and learned the tech regarding this trick. So things are... So I have 1 red, and the problem is I cannot control the camera on here, so I have no idea if he had thrown a red earlier and it's just off camera. Oh, he did. Okay, that is beautiful. So this is big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, hold.
It looks like a good spot.
Oh my God! Nice, nice. I saw you scared. I saw you scared. You looked like you went under it for a second, but I'm happy you got it. Hey, game respect game. You know, I may want to win, but you gotta respect the skill.
So that storage saves about 1 minute and 20 seconds.
In load remove time, in RTA, it's closer to 3 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
This trick and I have a extensive history. GDQ is also involved. Shoutouts to Anarchy and Oscar 424. I hope I got the number right. They had me on hotfix in the past year, where I showed off this game, and I missed both tricks, and I missed it on both occasions. And the biggest thing I wanted to do for this run, because 5 years ago, this was on AGDQ 2021, and it didn't get rocket storage either. That was my objective for this. And you have no idea how hard it is to right now fight the emotions and the tears, because guess what we can do? We just green rockets ad nauseum for the next 2 seconds, and now we're done. I cannot stress how big this sequence break is. We got that 1 egg, and now we're about to get 4 eggs in the next 35 seconds. Whereas otherwise, the backup would have been to fight the second boss, Spike, again, and do something roughly similar to what I did just now with Rocket Storage with Scorch. And then, essentially, like I said, you lose about 3 minutes because you have to fight Spike again, and you cannot fast travel. If you fast travel, you lose the rocket. If you go into a transition for a cutscene, you lose it. If you die, again, you lose it. So it has to be extremely perfect. And I could not be any more thrilled that this happened.
Speaking of perfect, I think now is the perfect time for some donation.
Well, I just want to magnify your pop-off because as soon as you hit the rocket storage, we crossed $120,000 raised for Doctors Without Borders. It was picture perfect, Toro. You were locked in, but it was beautiful. Helping us get over that number was $40 from Stump. They say, we love all those money bag skips, so I added up all the small fees he wanted for freeing those side characters and donated them to MSF instead.
Nice.
Much love from the back couch.
So I've not said a lot about my run because my Scorch is like a snooze fest. I just have to wait for the Gerd RNG.
Yeah,
so I just waited for like a minute because I got bad luck.
Yeah, yeah. See, all you gotta do is just beat Scorch normally. I actually have to do, the hardest and most pressure-filled trick in arguably the entire trilogy.
For SRT, probably.
Yeah, for SRT, probably, yeah.
So here I'm gonna do a swimming air off this gym, supposedly. Nice. So that trick is really, really, like it looks easy, but it's really annoying because if you miss it, like let's say, you just miss the timing, you don't get a second chance when the gym respawns.
Yeah, that gem respawns at a slightly different angle every time.
Yeah,
so you actually have to wait like a good 3 to 5 cycles until you can get the swim again.
So if I would have missed that, I may have, looked very angry. But we got it, so we're good. And now with that swim in air, we can come over here, get the plane.
There's at least another swim in the level.
Yeah, and now
the
we're gonna
backup
do
swim in air is really annoying though to set up.
Yeah, yeah, you have to jump first for some reason. It gives you a bit of an offset. A nice screen.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, that game, that area of this game has a trigger where when you cross it, the NPC wants to talk to you. But I want to enter the side area because it has an egg I need. So I went to the side area, dropped down, the cutscene played, the camera freaked out, and just decided to look at the wall for 5 seconds. Also, I did a slide skip there. It takes way longer, but I slid off the edge, and I landed.
I just couldn't help but notice that you didn't go for slide skip.
What, just do the slide normally?
No, you do the turtle.
Oh, the turtle proxy.
He doesn't exist. My game's patched.
Oh.
You're not
Yeah.
3.5.
No, he doesn't exist. Well, what it's talking about is this proxy that saves a few seconds.
It's 12 seconds.
It's hard. It's
You've hit nearly every
easy.
proxy in the game.
Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting.
You got it.
No, I
Oh.
don't.
I
So-
thought it was close.
I thought it was close too. So I want to get this thief by jumping out and then curving back in. If you bonk on the side of the platform, but you stall enough time, you can get the cutscene. I think I didn't stall for point something because it looked really close, but then the game was nah, you died.
Yeah, I absolutely thought that you were going to get the camera panning up from the death plane.
No. I wanted to. I thought it'd be swag, but
I thought so too.
yeah.
All right. Although here's the swag strat of my own, and there we go. Getting that corner wall glide saves about 15 seconds almost because I would have to go back to the start of the level and then just do the level normally. But that corner wall glide was really, really tight.
Funny thing to say is that strategy is also possible in OG. It's just so much harder. I think it's only been done in a task format.
So here's another animation proxy. I stand behind the guy, and then I get stuck.
Oh, yeah.
Then I get hit by the flame, so it's fine.
If anyone that has ever played Spyro 3, hasn't even played Spyro 3, if anyone wants to learn how to proxy, go into this level and just walk in front of the scorpions. You will get a proxy.
That is true. And now I'm doing sharks. These
Yeah, this
guys,
is a hard challenge.
Yeah, this is a pretty hard challenge. Supposedly, I have the pathing memorized. Supposedly. Yep, it's looking good. I just got to get that guy, and then this guy should come around the corner. I got him now.
Oh,
okay.
thank goodness. Because
It looks so easy. It looks so easy, but it controls so bad. And it's so hard to show that off.
In practice, I swear, I saw Derek with that final shark miss 20 shots that I could have sworn actually was supposed to hit it.
Yeah, it's very fun. Oh, here's a really fun proxy. Whoosh! And then you go through the wall because a lot of PS1 games, you know, they have to allocate certain resources. They're like, well, you ain't gonna get up there. Just make it, you know, transparent. Uh-oh. So, and now I'm doing Sheila, and I'm good for donations. I think you might have something coming up.
I'm good on donations too.
Oh, cool.
Incredible. I want to let everyone know we have crossed a quarter of the way there on that Fight Rattle Hag incentive. We have almost raised $4,000 out of the $15K necessary. Superland is coming up faster than you think in this night, so please get those donations in toward that incentive, gdq.gg/donate. I also wanted to highlight this $5 donation from Zerla. I hope I got that. They say, just here to say good luck to the runners. 100 eggs is a lot. The commentary is great, and it's cool to see the route differences side by side like this. I agree. Minneapolis, make some noise if you're enjoying this OG Reignited race. It has been a treat.
That's kind of crazy. We're both in the CEO section.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
All right, so now I'm just going to get my egg over here. And I don't have a lot going on in my run. My run kind of fizzles out near the end. I have a few more proxies to do. Otherwise, Hub 4 for me, once you exit Desert Ruins, is pretty easy. So
You got some rough moments in the next level.
what's the next level? No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, don't. Why are you asking when? It's your run.
Is it?
You can just go. I don't know. You can just go do Honey Speedway for all.
You could just do another egg. Yeah, I'm not telling you what you have to do.
Yeah.
You're playing.
I'm actually going to fast travel to go collect 3 eggs that I previously could not because I didn't have both the gems, nor that I have Sergeant Bird unlocked at this point. However, I do want to actually share a little bit the story of how this run even happened, because that is. I just got a weird hover that got canceled, but that's okay. I wanted to share the story of how this run came together. This idea is actually not unique. It's been done one time before, last year in Australia. And I want to give a shout out to Dactyly and Surf, who did this race before. It was an absolute phenomenal race, and it gave me the idea of like, hey, maybe it can potentially happen on this side of the world. And I approached Derek about it. Honestly, it wasn't even like, oh, Derek, we need to do this. It was kind of like, hey, I just threw the idea out there. It was like a ha-ha, unless. And I remember, I think like a week and a half, 2 weeks before the deadline to submit games, you DM'd and was like, hey, are we doing this?
Yeah, because you mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, I forgot about this. Are we still doing it? And then you're like, yeah, and I was like, oh, whoops. I was like, yeah, let me do this. I'm very happy that you wanted to do it, though.
Yeah, no.
I think this has been very fun. Hope everyone's had a good time. And yeah, the differences are kind of crazy. Isn't it crazy how different these games are? Nice. So I'm in Tanks 2. This game, Tanks 2, is really hard. For most beginners, they actually skip it and do like an easier egg. Like Luigi mentioned, like the 101st fastest egg. They would usually do that over this because Tanks 2 sucks. But that's not a good start. It's fine. Because he's gonna come this way, nice. Then we're gonna swoop around, and I got a lot of making up to do, actually.
Yeah, I'm actually got 99 of my 100 eggs already, actually.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm about to die in Tanks 2.
You know, I think that does make me a little bit better.
Yeah.
But you know what actually would make me feel even better? If we got a quick donation or two.
Absolutely. $10 from Zik3, who says, always love seeing some Spyro on the main stage. GG Toro for showing off Rocket Storage, a showing 5 years in the making from when I ran it. Good luck, friends. As well, a $100 donation from Arnett the Fourth. The first day has been Amazing. Let's keep it up and hit all these incentives. Thank you so much. And to close out, a $5 donation from one Mr. Moneybags, who says, guys, I'm still standing here waiting for my payment. Where you at? Pull up, I'm getting impatient. Sorry, Mr. Moneybags, but thank you for that donation to Doctors Without Borders.
So do we have any tech to talk about here about Sorceress and Reignited?
Not.
Is it just pretty?
It's a pretty box
run-of-the-mill?
standard. Honestly, Sorceress and OG, there's a lot better movement tech for it because there's a really cool trick at the end called UFO skip where you skip the third vehicle in OG. Unfortunately, the Reignited version patched that out and actually made this a fight that we actually have to do this dev intended. But however, the one thing about it is Sorceress will basically try to shoot at us, and we have these 3 vehicles, and there's Agent 9. Don't worry about him. This is a character we never met before. Don't worry about it. And we got dealt with.
I met him.
My control just like this is going to be interesting because I'm at Green Sparks, and Agent 9 is usually forced to have to give me a lot of health. There's the first one. So I'm hoping that this goes well. Because the final phase, UFO phase, it can be a little bit volatile. So I'm wondering whether or not he's going to give me more fodder or if he's just going to drop the UFO. Agent 9, please. Please, thank you.
I did pay him off. Oh, he dropped it?
Yeah.
That was $500?
Listen, all I'm saying...
That was like a 10-second stall.
Time is coming up on final hit, but you know what? Those $500 would have been better off donating to Doctors Without Borders, is all I'm saying.
It would have. My great apologies. You guys cannot make the mistake I made at home.
And that'll be time.
GG.
GG.
What's the time on screen?
I don't know, the
It was
54.
about a 54:20.
Wow. 54:20 is an absolutely phenomenal time for Reignited. Oh my goodness.
And over here, we're coming up to the final boss on Derek's end. We have the Sorceress boss fight down to kind of a science when it comes to OG. So right away, we're going to be worrying about where the tanks are about to be, or not where the tanks, where the cannons are about to be dropping. There's 6 different spots that they can drop, and there are going to be 3 different ones that can possibly spawn with certain preferences on which one will come up first. It should be that second one that comes up first, I believe. What we're going to be aiming for here is either like 2 or 3 hits.
Of course. So right there, I got impatient. She can do 2 attacks. And I was like, oh, I'm impatient. I'm already behind. I'm just going to like not see what attack she's doing, and I'm just going to try it. Lost the coin flip.
So next, we're going to be setting up a specific amount of damage on this tank that's going to be dropping to hopefully manipulate getting a second tank to drop when a UFO should be, or when UFO phase is supposed to start.
So yeah, we're gonna let her run around for a bit so Agent 9 can find a tank. Sometimes he's really bad about finding one. Get a little close, jump, shoot. I think he found the one over here. Oh, he was over there. Okay, so that's really good. He went for a different, oh, that was a UFO. Why did I think that was a tank? Whoops. Oh, I'm choking. Okay, it's fine.
We're good.
I'm choking still. Yep.
Okay, so you guys get to see what the UFO looks like in the original.
And you get to see fodder.
Don't worry, I had to also get fodder in my fight.
That is true, but...
Spyro, lock in.
Woo! Hey, there we go!
Lock in, please.
The depth perception is very strange on basically all 3 of these little vehicles. Derek's handling it rather well. The cannon depth perception is very strange.
The cannon is deceptively hard to aim.
All right, time's gonna come up in...
Yeah, 3, 2, I lied, 2, 1, now. What was that time?
The 56, all right.
56.
The 56 is still pretty solid.
It's pretty solid. reset it.
2 out of 3?
2 out of 3. No, there's no way. No, I'm kidding.
No, you know what? Okay, rock, paper, scissors. This is going to determine the race. Oh, okay.
No, you want fair and square. No, but that's really cool that we were able to show everything off. All the jokes aside, we got to show off basically everything that was cool about these games. The only thing I really missed was that like Firefly proxy and the mammoth, I think. And then I missed the mammoth again, but you know, it happens. Otherwise, yeah, it's a very cool game. Very cool speedrun. You got to see the differences. It's kind of how close, crazy how close it was.
Yeah, it was.
Because your run was amazing. So if I played better, you played a little worse. You know what?
Yeah, no, this run, if I'm eyeball 54-18, because technically I started the run at first movement as opposed to actually selecting the game. It's about 35 seconds less, but that is, if I'm doing my math right, that is about less than 30 seconds from RTA PB for me.
That's really impressive. That's really, really impressive. I was 3 minutes something off PB, so happens, but
this journey to get to SGDQ was absolutely fantastic. Derek and I, we've grinded time day in, day out, all the way until the day before we left. This is one of my favorite stories that I can forever tell as a speedrunner. On Thursday, a few days ago, Derek and I streamed our very last practices of our respective games. We PB'd within 15 minutes of each other without even knowing that we were both on PB pace.
yeah.
It was, and it's unreal. I think we've PB'd like 7 times since we found out we were gonna get in.
Yes, we were serious about it, and it was really cool because for those who are in the GQ Discord, yeah, you posted your PB, I posted mine like 10 minutes later, and people were like, the Spyro runners, what? It was very cool.
But seriously, we cannot thank the Spyro speedrunning community enough, and we cannot thank Spyro for bringing us all together. This was this race was for the entire community, and all we hope is we hope everyone had fun. We hope that all of you had just an absolute wonderful time in getting to experience both games, and we hope, and I think we did, make the community proud.
For sure, for sure. Shout out to the Spyro community. Because of our love, we were able to hopefully get a really good Spyro game coming out soon. You guys remember that?
Yeah, you all excited for Spyro 4?
Yeah, new Spyro game. And also shout out to everyone in the crowd. It's like 11 p.m. Thank you guys so much. All right, with that being said, y'all have a good one. We'll see you later. Keep watching GQ, a lot of good runs. Bye-bye.